Greetings, fellow Whovians. Welcome to Timey Wimey Review and my thoughts on the huge news announcement regarding the broadcast dates and the streaming dates for season 1 of Doctor Who coming this May 2024. Do you call it season 1 or are you calling it series 14? Is it actually series 14 with Doctor Who Flux being kind of called series 13? Let me know in the comments, but let's go into this news. So season 1 of Doctor Who, the first full season with Ncuti Gatwa as Doctor and Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday, they will be returning on May the 11th, 2024, but not one, but 2 episodes. Not only that, but Doctor Who is returning on a global scale because these episodes will be released at midnight on BBC iPlayer and Disney Plus. So when I say at midnight, this is UK time. So from Friday night into Saturday morning, bang on midnight, these 2 episodes should be uploaded on BBC iPlayer, and wherever you are in the rest of the world, that'll be sort of equates to UK midnight time. They will be on Disney Plus. So for example, 7 p.m. Eastern time in America. I'm not sure with the Pacific time, but I'll do a little picture thing with a little picture graphic that I've caught online, which has various details and time slots. So for like France and Europe, it'll be about 1 in the morning and 9 a.m. in Australia. So let's have a look at the actual news announcement that is on the Doctor Who TV website. And it says, Doctor Who is set to make an explosive return on the 11th of May as the TARDIS will make its global premiere around the Whoniverse. For those in the UK, for the first time ever, the Doctor will land with 2 episodes premiering at BBC iPlayer at midnight before arriving on BBC One later that day, right before the Eurovision Song Contest Grand Final. So yeah, in the UK, they're basically dubbing this as Whovision. I can't pronounce it. Whovision. I nearly said Whonivision, but it's not. It's Whovision. Yeah, I like Eurovision and Doctor Who, obviously. Not sure how these two are going to smash together, but hey, at least they're consistent with some nice fun gimmicks. Viewers in the UK will now be able to watch whenever and wherever they choose, with the option to stream at midnight on BBC iPlayer or tune in at prime time on Saturday night on BBC One. Showrunner Russell T Davies said, "At last, it's my great delight to unleash a whole new season of the Doctor and Ruby's adventure together. Monsters, chases, villains, mysteries, and a terrifying secret that has been spanning time and space for decades. Don't miss a second." The BBC is the exclusive home of Doctor Who in the UK as it premieres at midnight on May the 11th on BBC iPlayer and then air on BBC One that evening. Outside the UK, Doctor Who begins streaming on the 10th of May at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Disney Plus, where available, giving audiences a simultaneous global launch. An episode will continue to drop on BBC iPlayer at midnight, followed by a primetime slot on BBC One each week following that. So for obviously the launch, we've got 2 episodes. The following 7 weeks, they'll be dropping 1 episode each week on BBC iPlayer at midnight and Disney Plus, and also we'll be getting a primetime slot on TV on BBC One on Saturday nights. So I can't deny this is a huge news. This is something that's not been done before for Doctor Who. It's definitely setting out that goal of being a global home for Doctor Who, bringing in that international audience as well. And I do like the feeling that we can all sit together on, I know it's different times and time zones and everything, but that we can all sit together and as a global audience to watch these episodes premiere. Personally, I'm used to that, being a WWE fan, so I've been watching the premium live events, the pay-per-views for years and years, and having to get up or stay up till 1 in the morning until it finishes at 4 or 5 in the morning in the UK. It takes me back to when I was at the cinema watching the 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor, and we're just all there together. It just had that massive global sort of scale moments for you, and we're going to get that for 7 weeks. I can't shake the feeling off though that we're losing a tiny bit of the Doctor Who tradition of being on, live on a Saturday night, because technically it's not. Um, Obviously going to be broadcast first on those Saturday primetime slots. It's something that I've been lobbying on this channel, that Doctor Who should be back on Saturday nights, and we are getting that, but that's a bit of a caveat to, you can see this on iPlayer first. I know there's um a lot of people have been talking about, obviously it's a family show, and the fact that, having to watch it at midnight without avoiding spoilers. There's concerns about that. I'm very much old school in my sort of TV viewings and stuff, as much as I love streaming and everything, but uh in sort of terms of my sort of live television viewership and things like that, Saturday nights are the best in sort of UK TV, or it should be classed as the best of what TV has to offer for a Saturday night for a family in the UK. But I kind of get why they're doing this. One, obviously, Doctor Who deserves to be the big global conglomerate that I think it should be, and this is easily the best way of doing this. It also sort of works out a bit easier for the sporting events that are coming up. We've got the FA Cup final, and then we've got the European football competitions coming up. So I think towards the season finale for season 1 of Doctor Who, we're kind of getting towards the knockout stages of the European Cup, and that also throws in a lot of sort of spanners in the works in terms of, where to place this and everything. So you don't want, this, hey, we've got Doctor Who back on a big global scale, but a few weeks down the line, we're gonna have to shuffle it around the TV schedulings, because it does mess things up. There's no denying that. We've seen that happen already with Doctor Who. One thing I didn't consider about for this release date is it kind of gives you the opportunity now to make your own family traditions. You can either sit up and watch it at midnight, and I'm sure there'll be lots of sort of young teenagers, children's teenagers that'll love that. I would be like, Mum, Dad, I'm watching this at midnight, and I'm like 8 years old or something, 8, 9 years old, and probably getting told off for it, but we're doing it anyway, and sort of fighting the, the sleep and tiredness and stuff. So you can kind of build these weird little traditions like that. Oh, we was doing that every week, or get up Saturday morning, bowl of cornflakes, bowl of cereal. And like the old school Saturday morning cartoons in the 80s, bam, you can watch Doctor Who, and you can do that. So you can make your own sort of family traditions of when and where you're going to watch Doctor Who, which is definitely a cool thing to have now at your leisure, as well as you can go old school and watch Doctor Who on a Saturday night. So it is kind of a bit of having your cake and eating it, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, everyone's kind of concerned about, the spoilers and everything, if you wanted to go old school and watch that on a Saturday night. But here's the thing, you can avoid spoilers if you try. I know it's very hard in the world of social media, but if you put that phone away, you can do it, or not go on certain sites and things. Obviously my Time One Review Facebook page is going to be littered with Doctor Who stuff, so it's going to be a bit difficult. But if I don't go on those pages, I'll be fine. Same as, for example, Big Brother is on in the UK at the moment, and yeah, I could go onto all the clickbaity news articles about it if I really wanted to spoil Big Brother, but I'm not watching it, so I don't know what's going on. So in that case, in that way, I'm avoiding spoilers. So it is possible, difficult. I'm not going to say it's not going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy, but it is possible if you wanted to go down that traditional road of watching Doctor Who on a Saturday night. And who's to say that they're not going to look at these time slots in the future? This is for season 1. This is what they're going to be doing for season 1, which makes sense because of all the sporting events and other events that are happening in spring going into summer. Season 2, they could look into this and maybe have what it was on these 60th anniversary specials and at Christmas time, where it gets broadcast on BBC One in the evening first, and then globally on Disney Plus. So they could look into going into that route again. As much as I have my old school concerns, I am absolutely thrilled with this announcement. It was one of the dates that was kind of rumored going around May time. It fits well for me perfectly. You know, I do like Eurovision, so the fact that I can watch these episodes at midnight and then go into Eurovision later on, it's going to be interesting what it says in sort of terms of the viewership. I know people on Twitter and X are going to be absolutely mauling the viewerships of did that many millions of viewers at 6 o'clock on a Saturday night. Yeah, come on, we're going to be seeing that, I'm afraid. So that's another. So that's probably more worrying, if anything, than that. But hey, let's forget about this. This is massive news. This is, like I said, it's making Doctor Who global. That was the sort of the big MO for this. You know, this was the big project. Let's make Doctor Who global. It's definitely happening, and yeah, you can't be anything but excited for it. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts to the Doctor Who Season 1 release date. Do you still call it Season 1? What will you be calling it? But what would you be doing? Will you be watching it at midnight? Will you be watching it on a Saturday morning? Or will you be going old school tradition of Saturday night tea time? Let me know in the comments when you think you'll be watching these new episodes of Doctor Who when it gets launched on the 11th of May. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like, share and subscribe. Hit the close bell for more notifications. Come say hello and follow me on Facebook and X. And do check out my other fantastic Doctor Who related content on the Timey Wimey Review YouTube channel. There's a lot on there. I've got my Doctor Who quiz in aid of comic relief. And today, at the time of recording, it is the 40th anniversary that we said goodbye to the 5th Doctor as he regenerates into the 6th Doctor. Yes, today is the 40th anniversary of that regeneration in the final episode of The Case of Androzani, and you can check out my review in full right here on the Timey Wimey Review YouTube channel, as well as having a lot of fun on the Timey Wimey Review TikTok page. Again, thanks for watching, and as a good doctor once said, it's gonna be a moment.